about that property, and I was having a discussion, and I was saying, you know what? Let's bounce an idea off of ChatGPT to see if I'm tripping. And as you can see, no, wholesaling, it needs to be a system for it to work good. Yes, what you see right there is accurate. You can you can talk to 50 people and only one is truly motivated. That's why wholesaling is very difficult. And that one that could be motivated, they may be going with somebody else that already beat you to the point. They may be going with somebody else. They whatever they got a bond with you. If you don't have a system, hey, it's gonna be hard. You're gonna be grinding. Yes, sir. You're gonna be grinding. Sign up. This is why my partner, well, one of my partners, I have a lot of partners, but my partner, she a transaction coordinator, and I always told her, wholesaling, I love wholesaling, but the grinding it out on a daily basis without using a dialer, oh no, I ain't doing that. We gonna use a dialer. Now I know y'all like, okay, what about the other videos? That was just to get that was to get it moving with those properties. That's why I said, hey, actually, I'm feeling good. We're gonna make some more calls. Cause I ought to put that on a dial system. Hey. But as you can see, when you actually talk to people, and you can tell, I've been following up with that woman for a while, and you could tell she like the person that she talked to. I'm genuine. I'm honest. Hey, I'm being upfront with you, just like you being upfront with me. As long as the numbers work, we might got some, but I don't know. Like this right here, the number. All right, let's finish this real quick. But like you said, see. Yes, it goes from I'm chasing deals to deals are coming to me. So, what does system look like? Let's break this down real quick. Wholesaling isn't easy. Systems make it easy. 100%. You're 100% right. I respect the fact that you speaking from experience. Look, what did he say? Experience, not theory. Yes. I'm serious about this. For those who don't know the story, man, I got diagnosed with heart failure in 2017. 2018, my life changed. That's when I learned about wholesaling. Flipman and a couple other people was the very first people that I watched about wholesaling. How I heard it was a crazy story. I was watching I was listening to The Breakfast Club. And one day, this guy named Mark Winton, he was on there and he was discussing wholesaling. He was talking about he was living in his mom's basement. I look up. I'm living with my OG. You know what I mean? Like, what's this? So he started going through the process. It was like God spoke to me. I'm going to be honest with you because I've been chasing this for a long time. So, as he was telling us about wholesaling, I looked up what is wholesaling. I started looking up wholesale. So many people popped up. The issue, nobody was giving the game. Nobody was really giving you. It's not like how it is now. You see the year, it's 2025. No, around that time, 2018, nobody was giving the game like that. Everybody was pushing you to a course that you had to buy. The only person that gave the game, I'm talking about for free, almost says this individual had videos for everything. Flip. That's why I was like, I'm gonna watch it later. Flip. It had videos for everything. How to put the sign up, where to put the sign, what to look for when you're driving. them big garbage dumpsters in somebody's house. That could be a potential buyer. If they're working on the house, you see people you see contractors working on the house, or you see people that look like they working on the house. Stop giving me a card. Let them know who you are. He had videos about everything. So to me, a lot of the stuff I ain't been there, done that. I ain't had properties on the hook. I ain't been there. I ain't had deal fall off. I ain't had the perfect property. Seller finance, subject to, wholesale property. The deals fall apart sometimes. Then you got some that make it. I ain't been a bird dog. I ain't been a wholesaler. My favorite is, I'm gonna be honest with you, my favorite is being a wholesaler. Because like it's said, this is not easy. If you have the process in place, the process becomes 100 times easier. This is why I say I like working with agents. Because the lead literally just fell out the sky. Now you have to communicate with the agent where you need to be. Sometimes, hey, the agents might be right. This ain't a deal. Then sometimes you might be right, but it's difficult for people to understand that you're right. They have never been told, hey, you're wrong, by a different entity other than what they're used to. So it's difficult to communicate those things with everybody. For me, the best thing that I ever did was put myself around people that actually had a system in place. That was the best thing I ever did. You started getting things done. I did it all, man. Well, I got videos that's trapped in my loom. I ain't paid the bill yet, but I only keep things that I use on a daily basis. I got a video on there, me doing house walkthroughs. I got so much content. I told y'all this ain't me. I don't put it on I don't put stuff out there like that. But I got so much content where your head is spinning. You'd be like, dang, he was serious. I got physical proof talking to a distressed seller, but me and the seller already had a run-in. The seller was, I don't want to say, I'm gonna call it what it is. He was a dick. He was a dick. And how I handled the situation, and this is why I wanted to put it on camera. How I handled the situation, shout out to Barack Obama and shout out to the Obamas. Shout out to Obama. Shout out to them. What Michelle Obama say? When they swing low, we swing high. You gonna have to see me. Boy, I got you on rotation, man. For those who don't know, I kind of come off like an asshole a little bit. And it's not that I come off like that. It's just I have a lot of experience underneath my belt. I've been there. I've had agents tell me, you got an old soul, or you've been doing this for a little bit. You've been doing it, you get it. I understand, and this is another thing. This is another. I might do another video. I don't know. I might chop this up now. But systems are so important. I had an agent. Well, I still got. I shouldn't say had. I have an agent that works for a large. I don't know how to describe it, but they come across a lot of off-market properties. And I talked about this in the last video. If you only focused on wholesaling, it's going to be difficult to implement your strategy to theirs, because their system is something totally different. But if I started using loans and OPM and using equity and all that just to hold on to the property, instead of that being a liability, that could be an asset because I have off market property. Now, when it's time to resell, I ain't got it for a discount through them. But my strategy as of right now is wholesaling and, of course, trying to, I don't want to say trying, of course, acquiring my first rental property. Those are my two biggest goals. And we want to do that ASAP. Sorry about that. I got so many things going on. But we want to do that ASAP. I wanted to make this video just to show you, like, it's important to implement a strategy. It's so important. Implement a strategy. The strategy that I implemented was, and I told you this earlier, I put myself around other people that had a system in place. They had an attorney. They had title companies. They had people that was willing to go on the ground. I don't have to deal with the grunt work. My job is get this mud under contract. After getting it under contract, deal with the shenanigans right now. The shenanigans is, like, for right now, if we would have got this under contract, we would still need to look at the profit and loss statement. That means me and the agent would still have to work back and forth. That means me and the buyer or the seller will still be communicating. In fact, I can't move myself out of the situation yet. But using a system like my partner, they deal with their partner. One of my partners, the property I was talking about, I had deals. My mentor. So me and my mentor, I found the property. My mentor, he was telling me what to say, how to say it, get me, as they say, skilled or learn. I'm in the field learning. Like I said, you running the leads, you running the stuff. So, long story short, the guy didn't believe, and this is why I post videos. The guy didn't believe that I was a person that was actually trying to buy the property. We told him that we was wholesaling. He was cool with that. He just didn't think that we were real. Like, the information that I provided, if you do business with me, I provide proof that, hey, I'm a legitimate business. The guy was just the guy was untrustworthy. And to be fair on his side, to be fair, I'm always honest. I was texting him majority of the time. When he got the questioning, was I legit? I jumped on the phone quickly. Those who know me, I don't mind getting on the phone. I don't mind that. But if we start from the text message and you comfortable texting, I'm gonna keep texting because I'm doing other things. But if we need to jump on the phone, we're gonna jump on the phone. So long story short, the guy, he was real nervous. He was shaky. So my partner Flip, he had somebody go walk to the property, view it. The agent left the key in the box. We found out it was a squatter. It was a squatted property. So long story short, we negotiated a good price. I think we was gonna get it for like $35K. That means we could have resold it at 40, I think it was like 40 or I think it was like 40 or 45, something like that. It was a little number. It wasn't nothing that was huge, but it was a little number, right? The agent, so okay, the person went to go view the property. So after we found out that it was more work that needed to be done, I had to, talk with the agent again. Say, hey, that's not what you said. My partner said this. We need to get this. We need to straighten this out. So we came to an agreeable price. I think it was like 30 or something like that. It was something we negotiated and it went to 30, right? So my partner was supposed to go look at the property again. The agent, the whole time the agent didn't really believe I was an investor. If you know me, I love showing proof. I provide my LLC dockets. I provide all that. If you need my license, I'm gonna give it to you because I'm trying to get the transaction to go through. Whatever to get the wheel moving. Hey, I don't care. Let's get this. Even though it's annoying, but I really don't care. I'm real. I'm legit. Excuse me. I'm just like you. I'm legit. Which is why I'm getting my appraiser's license because it adds more proof of who I am and what I'm doing. So after my partner went to go look at it again because he had looked at it towards the afternoon and he wanted to really get a good eye on it. So what ended up happening was I was telling my partner, hey, do you want me to sign the contract or do you want to sign it? Because like I said, there's people that I do wholesale with and there's people that I do acquisitions for. Sometimes my actual name don't have to go on the contract. Sometimes it's his. So my mentor knew that my mentor knew I wasn't tripping about signing that. I wanted to sign the what's the name? So what ended up happening was the agent flaked on my partner. He didn't believe he was real. So fast forward maybe 3 months later. I don't know. I really wasn't keeping track. It was like 3 to 2 months later. I don't know. I wasn't keeping track. He followed back up with me. At first, I didn't think he knew who I was. I honestly didn't think he knew who I was. I was like, oh, see, he might not save my number. Okay, cool. Same property, same guy. I said, I called him. That was the first thing I did. I called him because I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened between him and my partner. I don't know if my partner said he flaked on him. I don't know what happened. All I know is, hey, I'm the peacemaker. What can we do to solve the problem, right? So, he tell me, hey, he want this. He back to where we started from the beginning. He back to the 65K. Remember, we had negotiated it to 30. Now he back to the 65K. So the first thing I do, I respond to him, call him, boom, 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 boom. Okay, cool. So I tell my partner, I said, hey, remember that property that we went to go look at? He want this. He said, he ain't serious. Fall back. All right, say less. That's all you need to tell me. There's people that there's things that I can't do. I can't continue to what I'm trying to say is when you deal with situations like that, do the best that you can, provide proof, let people know that you legit, and learn from it. I got several other properties that I'm working on, wholesaling, acquiring. Like I want to do the whole shebang. I want to trial and error, trial and error. If you know me, trial and error. This is it. This is one of the biggest things I always tell a lot of tell my mentors and people that's in the actual real estate space that know me. If you don't see me or you don't hear from me for a little while, just expect I'm doing something. I don't know what it is, but I'm doing it. The reason why I say I don't know because I look at I put myself on like a 10-month, 12-month. Hey, where are we? Have we hit our goals? What have we accomplished? What did we accomplish? What were the things that we could have did this different? How many check marks did we complete? Who did we meet in the real estate space? How many people did we talk to? When we look at that Rolodex, shout out to the agents that messaged me on New Year's. I didn't know that was a thing. Like I said, I'm in the circle. I'm in the circle. I had so many people call me. I had an agent throw me a property on New Year's. He threw me an alley-oop. And this is why I watch these videos, because the problem was with that property, the individual, he wanted way more. He wanted the traditional 8%. At the time, I think it was 8. I don't remember what the interest rate was, but it was something high. For those who don't understand where I'm going, an investor is not about to take a standard interest rate, especially if the property is not cash flow. We're talking about a property in Florida. I think it was in Florida, and not that the property, it wasn't going to cash flow effectively, so somebody was going to have to actually live in that property. He was willing to do seller finance. I love people that's willing to do seller finance. So what we ended up doing was just following up with him. He said if it don't get sold, follow up with him. Again, shout out to the people, man, because New Year's, bro, I'm in the circle. I didn't know people call you like, I'm thinking, oh, okay, it ain't really work. No, you work every day, holidays. It be people that do business on Christmas, the day before Christmas. If you actively making moves, you serious about this business, you gonna understand that when you making moves, every day is a chance to make a move. And how I look at it, every day I'm a step closer to my goals, and I am. I'm getting so many things accomplished. I didn't realize how many videos I did until I started to look back. I ain't realized that, because I was talking to somebody about this. I ain't realized I was creating my wheel, and I ain't realized that I could treat my YouTube as like an asset, put it on my wheel. You know, that's crazy. That's crazy. And to me, the content, the information that I'm giving is very valuable. That's why I do it, because I know a lot of people need help. There's questions that people want. There's rookies every single day in the real estate space, and they don't know what they're getting into. And this is why I make this. Like I said, I've been doing this since 2018. The Lord know I'm telling the truth. Like, yo, I've been on this grind. I know what you're thinking. So why are you still doing this? Why you ain't put out content then? As I stated earlier, I got diagnosed with heart failure, man. When you get diagnosed with heart failure, you can barely breathe, your legs swell up. You can't do certain things that most people can do. You got to move a lot differently. To me, I was always battling my health. My health was, which is why I'm exercising right now. I was always battling my health. So doing things like this is, I ain't got the energy. You know, that's how it was. Some people might call it laziness, but the truth of the matter is, no, heart failure people, pay attention to them. They're naturally tired. They're naturally tired of having heart failure. You got to remember, depending on what type of heart failure you have, for me, my left ventricle, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, is weak. The more I exercise, the more I'm able to heal it. This is what you deal with in real life, though. So, as you can see, this ain't no tough business. This ain't no easy business. Wholesaling is easy once you have a system in place. Let me tell you something about what my mentor taught me. This is something he taught me, and it was like, yo, that's what I want. This is why I set up my YouTube like this. He has so many people sending him leads. This man does not have to pay for he doesn't have to do the grunt work like we do. He doesn't have to pay for people to generate leads. He doesn't have to have a virtual assistant. He does have one because he pimping them too, but he doesn't have to use his virtual assistant like that. He can use his virtual assistant as far as, and this is why I give my mentor so many shout outs, because he allowed us to use his virtual assistant for $100. Boom. But at the same time, he be having deals, so you got to catch him when he on having deals and stuff. But using OPM, you use other people's systems. When you got to understand, like, where you put yourself is where where you align yourself. Whoever you align yourself with is where you gonna be. And for me, I'm talking about multiple mentors, and I know some people be like, okay, well, you should only listen to one. To me, I tried that. That shit didn't work. Excuse my language, it didn't work. That's for me. I can't speak for you. For me, it didn't work because everybody had their own opinion of how they do things. Perfect example. My partner Flip, he'd tell you every single day, hey, he don't own rental properties. He don't even want it. Hey, he tried that. He didn't like it. It was uncomfortable. But my partner Rich, my mentor Rich, he'd tell you, hey man, get your apartment. You see the difference. My partner Flip, all he do is wholesale properties. My partner Rich, he wholesale and own properties. So what I learned was similar to like that Rich Dad Poor Dad. You can have a mentor of both of these people, but whoever you listen to is going to dictate your future. For me, I choose to see, and if you know me, you get around me a little bit, you'll see, I choose to pick certain parts that I like of each person. And I implement my own little strategy or implement my own little thing around what they got going on. Which is why I'm able to leverage my partner Rich and not even have to put my name on it. My name right there. I ain't got to put my name on the transaction. I mean, on the contract. Immediately when you send it to Rich, his team sends you a joint venture agreement. People, you got to have those systems, man. Have those systems in place. Having systems in place is important. You can get things done. This process, it turns into a quicker process. Why do you think they always say being around somebody can 10x your knowledge by being around somebody that's especially educated than you? For me, that's the goal. Hang around people that's doing something different than you. Hang around people that's really making moves, man. Hang around people that's in the belly of the beast. They acting as the belly of the beast. Perfect example. When you buying properties, you are actively working as the belly of the beast. You making the problem. I mean, you are the problem, I should say. So as you can see, by getting things done, this is how it is.